Good morning, good afternoon almost, and welcome to episode 24 of Becoming Her Anyways, the chaos that I call my life, otherwise known as this podcast. Today, I really want to talk about healing and how, yes, I'm totally in my pajamas. Don't judge me. It's the day after Valentine's Day. And yeah, this is what I'm repping today. But I still have my totally got this girl sweater on top. But again, I wanted to talk about healing. And the reason I wanted to talk about healing is because I wrote a book and it is in the final stages. Should be released later on today. It's in the final stages of review with Amazon. Not sure if this is like a Monday to Friday thing, but I was told it was 24 to 48 hours, which it was sent in on Friday, so hopefully by the end of the day today, it'll be released. If not, I guess the possibility is tomorrow. With that being said, once it is, I will be sharing the link. But the book is really based on my healing. And I am not a doctor. I did not go to school to study healing. I've taken life coaching courses, so I've, touched base with healing, had conversations with professionals as well as, friends and family on healing and what it meant to them and their journey. But my book is based on healing and my journey of healing through motherhood. And one thing I really want to say is that healing is a personal journey. It's a choice that some people take, on a professional level. They go and they speak to doctors, they speak to homeopaths, they speak to, professionals in regards to their healing, and they take that path. Some people do it through meditation, through prayer, through, a more holistic, natural path. That being said, it's a personal journey, and I don't think it's a journey that ever ends. And what I truly believe is that broken people break people, and our parents all, do the best they can to a degree, obviously in some cases maybe not at all. But for the most part, your parents do the best job that they can, but they still mess you up anyways. And it becomes a you problem. And unfortunately, broken people continue to break people. And one thing that I've realized is that having the expectation of someone to put you first when they don't put themselves first is very unrealistic. And I have had so many people that were close to me in my life that could not give me what I felt I deserved from them because they couldn't give it to themselves. And, again, broken people break people. Once you realize that, grace, which we've talked about before, or I've talked about before, becomes easier. But with that being said, healing, I think, is important. And I think it's important to realize that it's never too late. I have seen people heal only when they knew they were going to die. I have seen people heal on their deathbed. I have experienced people, it's probably also working in geriatrics for a little bit. Most of my experience there was when I was in school. But anyhow, I've seen people experience healing later on. And then I've heard people say that, oh, it's too late, like that ship has sailed. If the ship has not docked, ported, I don't know what a ship does, but if the ship is not halted, I feel like it's never too late. So all that to say, if the person that you need to, healing from, or you yourself just need full healing and you're still walking this earth, or the person that, you need a healing experience with is still walking this earth, it's not too late. So go for it. Because again, it's not too late. So again, I also feel, like I said prior, healing is a personal journey. For me, healing was when I truly understood that broken people break people. And the generations before us, no matter how hard they try, bleed into us somehow. And each generation throughout my family's history, at least on my mom's side, I can really say did it a little better. And I know that a lot of my brokenness has been healed, but I also know that it has bled into my children and they will need a little bit of healing from that. Mostly my potty mouth. Lord knows that I try not to have bad thoughts. I've always taught my kids also to think it is worse than to do it, or just as bad, to do it as it is to do it. Though I've said that, I haven't necessarily lived that. I'm working on living more intentionally now, and because of that, I feel like I am going to be able to break that cycle as well. But there was a lot of cycles that I broke. And though I didn't break all of them, I did better than my parents. And I do believe that my daughters will have less healing to do. Because again, broken people break people. And unfortunately, I don't know if this is completely unfortunate, but like fortunately, no, unfortunately, sorry. My kids have had that experience from both of their parents. Yeah, which kind of sucks, but I still think we did a better job than we could have given our experience. That makes sense, yes. So to turn around, and come back to the fact that healing is a personal journey, I think it's an important journey. I think it's really, really important that if you are broken, you are working towards becoming the best version of yourself and working towards healing. And that can be more difficult, given life experience, given opportunities, resources, tools. So I know that shit is tough for some people, and I just want to say, you got this. Hang in there. Keep trying. Stay motivated. Find your grounding. Seek help where you can, because it's really important that you put yourself first, and it's really important that if healing is what you require, you chase that. I can tell you that from my experience as a child to my children's experience as children, there was a large difference. It was a grand difference in a sense where, again, I know that I still broke them a bit. And I know that I messed up. There was shit that I probably could have done better that I'm not even aware of, that I'm sure my kids will tell me at some point. Although my girls have been really good at calling that shit out, like right in the moment, because they had a bold mother who kind of was lacking a filter. So, I taught them to be a little bit outspoken, but I'm certain that there's something that they will mention like sometime from now, to remind me of how I could have did it better, or to advise me of how I could have done things better. And with that said, I still think I did a good job in healing as much as I could. And I feel like I'm such a better person because of it, because I decided to take the choice to work on the shit that I knew I needed to change. And all that to say is that you can totally do this. I wish everyone all the best in fixing their brokenness and slowing down the bleed that's going to go into the next generation. So yes, healing is a personal journey. It is something that I think everyone should be experienced. We're all a little broken. Healing is a never-ending journey, because the breaks will continue. The bullshit that life just has to throw at you, or will throw at you, will continue. And so therefore, I don't think healing ever ends. But I do believe you owe it to yourself to put yourself on that path. And the generations before you can no longer be your excuse when you become an adult. That's something really important to remember. I hear a lot of my family members constantly talking about what happened to them, but that excuse is old. As soon as you become an adult, shut it down. It's your job to be a better person and to become the best version of yourself, because it's your job to love yourself first. And for so many years, I did not do that. So yeah, I just want to say healing is personal. It's worth it. You're worthy. Chase it. Put yourself first. Love yourself first. And just remember, you totally got this.